guys, it's me, Laura, of Crocheting Whovian. How y'all doing tonight? This is probably going to be the only episode I have up before I go to California, and I plan on filming one while I'm there for Stitches West. But I just wanted to throw that out there before I get started. It's been about 2 weeks. I'm averaging about every 2 weeks for an episode, which is okay. I mean, some people do it every week. Some people do bi-weekly. I do it when I have time to work on stuff because lately my hands have not been pretty. They're pretty, but they haven't been nice to me. I'm starting to get pain along here and here. And it's because of this texting. And I noticed the pain happens more when I pick up my niece because of the way, your thumbs and stuff. And lately, the last week and a half or 2 weeks, it's been really bad, but it's because I'm always attached to my phone and I'm always like this. So you would think as a knitter and a crocheter that I would save my hands for that, but I'm dopey and I don't. So yeah, so it's averaging about every 2 weeks, which is fine. I don't have many whips. I don't have many FOs. I don't have much of anything, but I wanted to make sure I said hi and all that good stuff before I go to Stitches West. Stitches West! Now, I want to know who else is going because I want to see you. Saturday, well, today is Saturday. Today is Saturday, February 18th. Next Saturday, the 25th, is the podcasters meetup at 1 p.m. You don't have to be a podcaster to go. And I don't know how many of you are actually going to Stitches West, but I have intentions on meeting up with 2 people. Catherine, SV Kathy, and Zelda R&J, Z. Whoever else was going, let me know, and I want to see you guys. I want to say hi and, just be happy. I'm going with 2 of my friends, my best friend Nicole and my friend Jenny. We got the hotel. We're all going together. It's going to be so much fun. We plan on having our own little knit nights and our own little knit alongs and crochet alongs and just pajama parties and things like that. So if you're going, let me know. I guess I dived right into my announcements with that. Yeah, I'm excited. I really am excited. I'm not excited because I'm going to bite my tongue with this. I know I'm going to regret this, but I really don't need any more yarn. I'm trying for 2017 to do a stash bust. Now, when you see my acquisitions, you're going to be like, liar. And, sometimes 1 or 2 things come along and you're like, I need to have that. And you buy it. But my goal is really not to buy any more well, I'm lying again. Yeah. I can't believe this. I'm trying not to buy in California. Let's just put it that way. Because, I got to bring it back. But I'm going mostly to hang out with my friends. But we'll see when I get back. And, when you guys get to see what I bought. Because, let's face it. I'm going to buy something. I'm not going to be around thousands upon thousands of skeins of yarn and not buy any. You got to be on drugs to do that. Whatever. So, yeah. But I don't plan on getting an abundance like I did at Rhinebeck. I am also, this is the big surprise. May is Maryland Sheep and Wool. I am going. I got my hotel. I connected with a very nice, sweet, kind person named Lara Smoot. And she gave me some tips and I decided I'm going. So I booked the hotel. Well, I haven't booked it yet, but I'm waiting to after California to book the hotel, but I'm going. So I'll see you guys there. Also in April, I plan on going to Stitches. I think it's United. It's original. It's Stitches East. They renamed it. I don't know why. I guess because of Rhinebeck. I don't know why. I don't care. But I'm still going. So with all those things happening, and then of course I'm going to Rhinebeck. So with all those things, I'm trying not to go nuts in California because it's across the country and I'm not going to have my car and I got to get on a plane. See, at least with Maryland Sheep and Wool and all the others, I'm driving. So whatever I take, I can just load in the car. Well, whatever I buy, I should say, not take. You guys know what I mean. So yeah, with that being said, let's dive right into the announcements. First announcement, the PHN sweater show along. You have exactly 1 month left of it. It's a lot of fun. I keep forgetting to post in there because I'm special and I have a hard time keeping up with my project page. I have a hard time logging things in there. So with that, I forget to post in the groups and participate in things. But I plan on it because I have started you'll say. So, but it's Penhook and Needle sweater shawl along. It's human sweaters only. So that counts for baby sweaters and obviously adult cardigans and sweaters. No animal sweaters. No doggy sweaters. They don't count. They look pretty and you can make them, but you can't include them in the alongs. And yeah, it's... spacing out, people. I'm tired. It's late. It's almost 11 o'clock. It's nowhere near my bedtime, but I'll digress. It's 1 whip per project per week. Yeah, and that's about it. It ends on March 31st. I'm sorry. I'm going off on tangents here. Next up is the Undead Designer along. The designer is Susanna IC, and I actually, because of the Undead Heidi designer along, I actually looked up Susanna IC. She was a new to me designer and I purchased one of her patterns. Now I know I am not going to be able to finish it before the along is over. So I'm bringing the pattern with me to Stitches so I can get the yarn for it. Because I wanted I didn't have the yarn for it. Isn't that a perfect excuse? So with that, what do you call it? I decided to print it out and bring it with me so I could find, because I'm not a big fingering weight person. I'm really not into fingering weight yarn. I don't knit socks yet. Yet is being the operative word. I've attempted to it. The heels just did not come right. I can't get the stitches around correctly. So I said, I want to become a more experienced knitter before I dive into that. So I don't really invest in a lot of sock weight yarn. Yes, I invest in Ms. Babs Kiara because it's not really, it's more of a sport than it is a sock. And I find it, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get a little personal now. When I used to work in a deli, when I was the manager of the deli, I used to work at Slicers, and I was being, you know, a pro and showing off, and I was like this, slicing a pepperoni, because it was an Italian deli, one of the regular pepperoni, not like the lunch meat pepperoni, and I'm not using the guard because I'm like, hey, I'm good at this. Went the tip of my thumb. So sorry. So I could show you, and you could probably see it. There's a little bump on my thumb. That's where they reattached it. But I have no feeling there. There's no feeling there whatsoever. So with socks, and because I'm right-handed and you got to knit, it's hard, and I'm a traditional, not a continental knitter. With the fingering weight, it's hard for me to grasp it, to knit with it. I can't explain it. If you watch me, you'll see it. And maybe one day I'll knit on the podcast. I don't know. But because of that little stupid moment, I have a hard time with certain things with my thumb. Yeah, that's a little bit more information that you needed to know. But regardless, let's go back get off my tangent. So I forgot the name of the pattern, but I purchased it. I printed it out. And it's in my abyss over there. That's all my Stitches West stuff. You know what? I'll show you guys this in a second. Because everybody knows they're getting it. The people that are coming with me know they're getting it. So I put it in my folder along with several other patterns. One that was gifted to me. I should have put it in my acquisitions bag. I didn't think of it. Okay, well, anyway, so yeah, so I'm bringing that with me. I know I'm not going to get it, but whatever. Back to my point. I keep drifting. I'm sorry, guys, and it's 10 minutes in. Susanna, I see that's this month's designer along for Undead podcast. Now, the two podcasts I just mentioned, Pinhook and Needles and Undead Yarn, are amazing, amazing women. That was my iPod. Sorry about that. There are two amazing women. The podcasts, the three amazing women. Their podcasts are fantastic. They're very kind, caring, generous people. And when you're watching them, you feel like you're sitting there across the table having tea with them. And they're a lot of fun. I recommend them. But I believe Heidi's this designer along finishes March 31st because it started February 1st. And the next one up is Lara Smoot Designs. And her designs are incredible too. I have so many of them, and I'm bringing 2 of them with me to Stitches to get perfect yarn for. I do have one skein that I had just bought from Miss Babs that I think I'm going to use for the pattern she just gifted me. I haven't fully decided yet, but that's going to be my cast on over there because we're going to have a cast on party. But yeah, anyway, let's move on. Next up is my 10,000 cal-cals. This one is the Me, Myself, and I cal-cal. It's pretty much what it's self-explanatory. It's me, myself, and I. It's for you. I started it January 8th. It was right after the holidays. And the point of it is that for the holidays, the months leading up to the holidays, it's all gift giving. You're making things to gift for knit-worthy people, and you want to be able to, get it done. So you don't really focus on yourself and what you want to make for yourself and all the pretty patterns for yourself. So my idea behind this is the second annual one is after the holidays, pick out something and make it for yourself. Treat yourself good. This one ends on April 1st, April Fool's Day, ironically. And it's 1 whip per project per week. Gee, I wonder where I got those rules from. And 1 I fold per week. Yes, I am a thief. I am a thief. But sharing is caring. That's how I look at it. Okay. Next up is my knit along because it's a knit pattern for the cobblestones hat. That both of them are going strong, but that one, I cannot believe how many people are knitting that pattern. I am obsessed with that pattern. You will see it in my FOs and you will see it in my whips. I am obsessed with that pattern. I don't know, the texture of it, it's a very potato chippy knit. You don't really have to focus on it. You could, whatever, and you could do it while watching a movie or TV or basically anything. Excuse me, I need a sip of tea. Which I'll tell you what it is in a second. But the Cobblestone Hat by Susie Gorley. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. That's about it. It's 1 whip per project per week. Again, with the stolen rules. And get on it. I mean, the pattern is easy. The pattern is fun. And I'm guaranteeing you, once you make 1, you're going to make a dozen. Because there's not one person in that thread that hasn't made more than 1. That's how addicting it is, including myself. But I'm going to backtrack because I forgot for a second. The Me, Myself, and I cal-cal. The featured patterns are anything by Franciscan Gypsy Designs. You get a chance for 2 entries. But you guys know that because I'm obsessed with her patterns, so I want you guys to be obsessed with her patterns. The next up is the Turtle Time Challenge. That I'm kind of sad that nobody's taken up on except me because I'm weird. Guys, get on it. It's a fun challenge. If you work, now it goes for Timmy's or Biddy's. If you make 5 or more, you have a chance of winning a skein of Miss Babs that I am exclusively getting at Stitches West. That is a guarantee. It's not going to be the Stitches West colorway, so relax, because I don't even know if I'm going to get that. If I do get that, I plan on, hoarding it. I'm so greedy. I'm sorry. But the turtle, I'm serious. Anyone, if you make 1 to 4, you get a chance at winning your, I can English. You have a chance of winning a Franciscan gypsy pattern of your choice. Or if you have them all like myself, because I won 2 of them in Heidi's last along. A pattern of $5 or less on Ravelry. And that's about it. But guys, seriously, the patterns for Biddy and Timmy are a lot of fun. You could see some of them up there. I'm in double digits for both. I, again, have a problem with my project page, and I have a hard time updating it and stuff. Excuse me, but one of these days I'm going to show you them all. A lot of the Timmys I had made previously out of Knit Picks yarns and acrylic yarns mostly, I have donated to the Ronald McDonald House. This leads me right into the next announcement. I have gotten one donation. I had to think for a second there. I didn't get permission to announce her on the podcast, so I'm not going to. But she has sent me a bonbon, and it's not the bonbon behind me, but it's the same person who made that one. I'm obsessed with that pattern. I wish I could make it. A bonbon and a patches. Those are the 2 that I would give anything for right now. Well, I have a bonbon, but a patches. Anyway, tangent. It's going strong. I've donated a lot of my turtles because I want everybody to love turtles. Turtles are the best. They're my spirit animal, but I've also made a few of the little muggle designs. The giraffes. I'm obsessed with those giraffes. I made a puppy. I made the pig, Hamlet. I've made the fox, the ladybug. I'm making basically simple to me patterns because they're simple to me. Doesn't mean they're simple to everybody. So I just want to clarify that. Ones that work up quickly. The Timmys I had already made, I kept the ones that mean the most to me. 2 of which are behind me. My Miss Babs one that's over there, and the one of my Nitpick Chroma ones. But the rest I donated. And the one I made for my friend Robin, who I haven't sent to because she lives in Canada, and I don't know why I haven't sent it to her yet. But the 2 behind me are very special to me. This pink one was the first one I ever made. That's what started the obsession. This one was the 5th one I made, but it's made out of undid yarn. And purple's my favorite color. So those 2, that's why those 2 lay up there. Right? You can see some of the biddies over there, but I'm obsessed with this pattern, and this is mostly the thing for the Turtle Time Challenge. The Ronald McDonald House, like I was saying, I donated most of my turtles. I've donated a lot of toys. I am up to, including the one that was donated, 37 toys, I want to say. And I need 50 by April 7th. So I got to get on it. There's a thread in my Ravelry group about it. And that's about it. 20 minutes in and I'm still doing announcements. Okay, let's move on, Laura. Let's move on. Next up is New to Me podcasts. Actually, before that, I'm going to get into my tea because I wanted to know it. In my Disneyland mug. The tea I'm drinking is David's Tea. Maracuja mango. I can't pronounce that, but I know how to read. So, Maracuja. Maracuja? I don't know. I'm going to show you. It's backwards for me, but hopefully it's not backwards for you. It's a really, really good tea. And I only have a little bit left. I believe it's seasonal. Oh, I love it. But, yeah, so. Okay. It's not, I steeped it a little too long, so it's a little bitter. But it's really good tea. It's not bitter, it's just not sweet enough for me. But I like it. It's really good. Okay. Let's go on to New to Me podcasts. The first one up is Crafty Crocheter. This is actually a funny story. Last episode, I mentioned that I had joined a Kit group. I'm having a hard time. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't drink. I promise. They had made Kit groups public, and you could search for them now. The Kik being an app on a smartphone, whether it be Android or iPhone like I have, and it's a texting app. And there's groups for it. And I had joined a few crocheting and knitting groups on there just to broaden my thing in talking to the community, because the yarny community is the best. And I happened to be in there, minding my business, when I talking to people, and all of a sudden, someone recognized me. And I was like, whoa, that's kind of cool. Well, come to find out, she has a podcast of her own. And that's the Crafty Crocheter. If I remember correctly, I'm going to link her below. Chances are I won't remember, so you guys are going to have to get on me. But it's the Crafty Crocheter. Check her out. I believe she has 13 episodes now. I could be wrong. But her podcast is amazing. And she's new to it, and she's growing into it, and I love it. And I talk to her on a daily basis, so that's kind of cool. Hi, Libby. Anyway, the next one up is Sunshine and Bubblegum. I love that podcast too. She's so quirky and so cute, and her kids are adorable. And she's originally from Massachusetts and relocated to New Orleans, I believe. And she's a crocheter and a knitter just like myself. And she stays at home just like for now, just like myself. And I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. So check her out. She's really cool too. Sunshine and Bubblegum. The next one up that I love is the Three Sisters Knit. They're in Canada, which, who cares? I don't know why I said that, but they're amazing. They're fun. They're fun to be with. They are funny. Their knitting is, I wish to God to get to that point, that the way that they knit. And they're very nice, generous people. And I say generous, not because they give away things, but because they welcome us into their home. And the next one is Paws for Stitches. Paws as in dog paws. And that's self-explanatory why I love it. It's a very good podcast. And I encourage you guys to check these podcasts out. Okay, now that I'm 22 minutes in, let's go on to whips so I could wrap this up, so I don't have to take up more of your time. In my Bakery Bears Christmas patchwork bag is my Purple Rain shawl. Now, I really didn't work on this too much because the rows are starting to get bigger and my hair is on the bag. And it's starting to hurt it was hurting my hands a little bit, so I had to put it down for a little bit. But I did about 1 or 2 rows on it. The pattern is a sock knitter shawl by K.F. Jones of Bakery Bear fame. And the yarn is Miss Babs Kiara in the colorway Ultraviolet. I love this pattern. I love this yarn. I love the way the yarn is working with the pattern. Yeah, I did about 4 rows. You could see that's where I was. This is where I am. This one, it marks off where I was the last time I posted on Pen Hook and Needles, the shawl along. So that goes to show you how far I've gotten on it, and I haven't posted it, which I should. I really should. This was going to be my shawl that I wear to stitches. But like I said, it got to be too much for my hands, and instead of wearing it, I'm going to be working on this at stitches. But I love the way the yarn does a stitch definition. You can't really see. I feel like, oh, there we go. See? I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm doing it on Chai Goo Goos. US 5 red lace, matter of fact. And these things are my lifesavers. Okay. It's a pay-for pattern on Ravelry, just in case you guys didn't know, which I'm sure you have, but there you go. That's what it looks like. The pattern calls for self-striping yarn. I wanted to do it in a solid. And ironically, it's in one of Kay Jones' bags. It's one of her popper bags. Okay. Okay, next up, another Bakery Bears bag. In my Bakery Bears Dash Hound bag is my black rainbow hat. The pattern is the Crescendo hat by Erin Donahue of Gimme Yarn 418. And the yarn is Smack Fibers in the colorway Black and Brights. I am in the middle of my first pattern repeat. Now, this is a pay-for pattern. All pattern proceeds go to This was actually gifted to me by Marlisha of Penhook and Needles. Marlisha, Lady Fernico of Penhook and Needles. Thank you again. But it's pay for pattern. All the proceeds for the pattern goes to her nephew Seth's fund. Her nephew Seth is battling. I didn't get her permission, but I'm sure she won't mind. He's battling several brain tumors at the moment, and I believe he's about 9 months old now. And all proceeds of Aaron's patterns are going to his medical fund. Highly encourage you to get them. I'm not saying you have to, but I'm saying for you to look into it. If you don't knit, try to get them. But I'm going to show you the hat. Like I said, it's a paid-for pattern. That's the hat. I am on the first set of repeats. I'm trying not to show you any of it because I don't want you to, it's a paid-for pattern, like I said. This is the yarn. Oh, it's coming out true to form on it. It's so bright. It's so pretty. And I got the ribbing done, which is a 1x1 ribbing. I know I shouldn't have, but you could tell. And I'm in the 6th row, I believe, I'm in the 7th row of the pattern repeat. So, there you have it. I love it. This actually was perfect for me because I wanted to learn how to do like yarn overs and slip stitch. Well, not yarn overs, but slip stitches, whether it be purl-wise and knit-wise. And I don't know why I said that because I'm giving away part of the pattern. And it's a pay-for pattern. But, yeah, I'm going to stop myself from right there. Sorry, Erin. I love you. But the yarn is worsted weight. It's 100% superwash merino. And the colorway, like I said, is Black and Brights from Smack. This is the first time I'm actually using this yarn. So, yeah. Okay. Next up in my Gilmore Girls bag. I forgot who made this bag. And I'm horrible at that. I'm so sorry. Is my Rhonda the Giraffe. The pattern is Stanley the Giraffe by Little Muggles. And the yarn is Miss Babs Yowza in the colorway Rhonda. This skein, it's a Yowza. So it's over 500 yards. So it's a very good, generous yardage. I made a Timmy, a Biddy, and now a Giraffe. And then after that, another Biddy because I have enough to do that. I have the head. It's been done for a while. I have to stuff it. The body. One antenna, two antenna. They're all tangled because I just threw them in here. Here's a leg. All I have left to do are the ears and this is an arm, by the way. I said leg. Are the ears and the snout. I'm trying to find the legs. And here are the legs. Now, this is, like I said, Miss Babs Yowza with a skein in the colorway Rhonda. It was a Wild Iris. And this is, I don't know if you heard that. Style Care Special DK in the colorway Pomegranate. That's what the accents are going to be. But I'm hoping to have this done. And this is how much I have left of that. Ooh, sorry, I dropped it. So it definitely can make another Biddy. So I'm thinking of doing that and donating it. Though I don't know because it's superwash. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. I'm afraid to donate anything that's not acrylic because I don't know what the kids' allergies and what they're going through, but here's the pattern. This pattern has been abused because I've made it so many times. That's what it looks like. And now I can't get it back in the bag. By next podcast, that should be done. Okay. Okay. In my Silver Shed USA extra large inside out bag is my Age of Innocence shawl. The pattern is The Hitchhiker Beyond by Martina Bean. And the yarn is Miss Babs Yowza with a skein in the colorway Age of Innocence. It's a Wild Iris too. Another pattern that's been beaten. That's it. And it's funny because the original yarn was Miss Babs. in a yummy 2-ply. This is it so far, and this is on my Knit Pro cubes interchangeables. I wanted to get used to them because those are the needles I'm bringing with me to stitches, because I'm not carrying a whole bunch of fixed needles carrying my book. This is where I was last time. This is where I am now. I got several teeth done in the meantime. I like this pattern. It's a fun pattern. It's a quick pattern. It's a mindless pattern. I don't need to look at the pattern really, except until just to count my rows, but yeah. Now, I don't mind the interchangeables. I hate the cords. I hate the cords. Hate them, hate them, hate them, hate them, hate them, hate them. But I'm working with it. Let me show you the yarn so you could get a better look at it. Ooh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So yeah. There's that. I did a few teeth on that, obviously. With that one, I'm going to show you this one too. In my Doctor Who project bag. This was a gift from someone. She made it for me in a swap. And I'm still haven't sent her swap stuff. And I promise you I will. Just, you understand. The shawl is California Dreaming. And the pattern is The Hitchhiker Beyond by Martina Beam. I literally just casted it on 2 nights ago. This is what I am going to work on in California. Literally got 2 teeth done. And one of the teeth looks a little stupid. And I'm making them on Knit Picks. Not Knit Picks, on Chagoos. The yarn is Little Owl Fiber, colorway Blue Tonals. My throat is starting to hurt. I'm sorry, guys. I've been talking too much. Yeah, for 32 minutes. Look how pretty that is. And you can see the stellina in it. Oh, so pretty. Cannot wait to do this. This is actually going to be a birthday gift for someone. Hopefully it'll be done by her birthday. In my Southpaw Creations Inside Out bag is my Green Lantern hat. The pattern is the Cobblestone Hat by Susie Gorley. And the yarn is Little Owl Fibers in the colorway Elphaba, I think. But look how pretty it is. This is the tag. Look how pretty it is. I casted this on the other night. This is another one that's coming with me to California, because I don't need to pay attention to knit this anymore. The pattern's in my head. So I'm just working on the ribbing. And it's a free pattern. The ribbing is a 2x2 ribbing. So, like I said, I casted it on the other night. I cast it on everything that I'm bringing with me, so that I don't have to worry about doing it on the plane. But yeah, look how pretty that is. Pam did a fantastic job on this. I miss her yarns. Yeah, she'll get back into it sooner. Excuse me. Okay, in my Silver Shed USA Extra Large Tortoise versus Hare bag is my Hulk the Bashful Baby Turtle. Now, here's the thing. This bag literally has all of my bitty stuff in it. So I'm gonna start, if I pull something out, you'll see why. This is, I'm still on the shell. My hand started to hurt, so I had to stop. But I'm on the bottom part of the shell. But this is it. It's Hulk. This is gonna be the face. See, I have yarns in here for my next biddies. This is the one I'm looking forward to the most. And this is actually the next one I'm going to cast on, is start up. I'm actually going to start it tonight after while I'm uploading this, because this is my biddy kit, and you'll see why when I do everything. But yeah, so I think I love the way it like pulled and stuff in certain areas. See? Oh, it's not showing up correctly. There we go. How it pulled up correctly. I love it. I don't know. I can't explain it. but yeah. This literally houses all of my bitty stuff. Because, you know, turtles are life. Hair is not so much. And if you notice, look at the side it's on. Yeah. And that's it for whips. Only 35 minutes in. 10 more minutes. I promise you 10 more minutes. Okay. Finished objects. There's only 2. And they're both super easy. First one up is my Lady in Red hat. The pattern is the Cobblestones hat by Susie Gorley. The yarn is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn in the colorway red. See? And I chose the slouchy one because I like hats that could cover my ears. My hair is curly today. There's that one, which is good because I can put it in my rotation now. And then there's this one, who I made from my friend's daughter. This is the Crescendo, the Hawkeye hat. The pattern is Crescendo hat by Erin Donahue. The yarn is No Makers in the colorway Hawkeye. Look how pretty. Oh, God. Look how pretty this pattern is. I love it. Now, my fault. It was my fault. I actually made it a little too small for my head. That's why I am giving it away. But, see? I mean, I guess I could block it. I haven't blocked it yet. I could block it by stretching it out. But I like hats that fit to me and fit on my ears. And it's my fault because I measured it wrong. It's no mistake of the pattern. It's 100% my fault. The pattern is fantastic again. Okay, we're going to go on to acquisitions. And there are a few. First, I'm going to show you. I belong to the book club.case. It's a monthly book club. They send you 2 books a month. You choose the genre, and including shipping, it's $14.99 a month. I think it's well worth it. Some people don't, but I could read just about anything. And like I said, you choose a genre. I chose. Some people are going to frown upon this, but I choose books that sometimes make me escape, and not necessarily in a fantasy kind of way, but in a way that I don't have to really think too much and just could read it and enjoy it. So I chose romance. And these are the books that they sent me this month, which one of them is coming with me to California so I can read it on the plane. And it's this one, The Baron's Honorable Daughter. It looks really good, and I'm bringing this book and a couple of other ones because I can read a book in one sitting. I was thinking of just bringing my Kindle, but sometimes the Kindle with I can't explain it. Sometimes I just want to hold the physical book. And this one I started reading, but put it down because I got too into it, and I'm not going to be able to bring it. It's too heavy to bring because of hardcover to bring on the plane to carry. But there's this one, the 1/5 Avenue by Kenneth Bushnell. This one is by, the other one, The Baron's Honorable Daughter, is by Lynn Morris, best-selling author. And then there's this one. The reason why I say this is worth the $14.99 is because you're literally getting 2 books, and it's introducing you to authors you may not have necessarily known, and it's broadening you. Now, there's different genres. There's true crime, which I do like true crime, so I'm thinking of signing up for another book club. True crime, cozy mysteries, regular mysteries, fiction, nonfiction, romance, teen, young adult reading, I should say. Fantasy, sci-fi, every genre you could think of is there. And I just happen to choose romance because, like I said, sometimes I like mindless reading. And when I'm done with these, I'm going to stack them I'm going to wait a few months, and I'm going to stack them in a priority box and send them to Kim of Sissy Knitting and Crochet because she likes the same genre I do. And I figured I have no more room for books, and she loves to read just as much as I do. And she didn't know I was going to do this. So if she watches this, it's going to be a big surprise for her. When I'm done, I'm just going to send them to her because she'll enjoy them too. And then if she wants to keep them, she keeps them. Or if she wants to send them over to someone else and pay it forward, she can. Because it is what it is. You know what I mean? Now, I'm going to show you guys one thing before I move on to my acquisitions. When back in June or July or August, one of those months, when I decided, and it was definite, that I was going to Stitches West with my best friend Nicole, I contacted Ann Brody. And I said, Ann, I want to make a surprise, and I want something one of a kind Matter of fact, it was around when she got the printer, her fabric printer. I want to make something that's a surprise that me and Nicole and Nicole's daughter, Lexi, who you'll see on my podcast next week, have one of a kind of. And she's like, well, what do you have in mind? And I told her what I needed. And I said, you pick the color, you pick the print, you pick everything. You work your magic. But I wanted a medium size. And I want to say Stitches West 2017 on one side and Nerdy Sanctuary on the other. And she did just that. And when Jenny found out that she could definitely come in November, I had to hit up Anne again and say, listen, I need the fourth one. So I actually purchased 4 of them. And the 4 of us is going to be very exclusive. There's not going to be anyone else there that has them. And we're going to walk around with them. And we're going to look pretty and everything else. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you something else that I got for it too. But one side says Nerdy Sanctuary, and she put a turtle, say turtle, because she knows I love turtles. And the other side says Stitches West 2017. Now the contents of the bag, I'm not showing anyone. Each person has the same exact skein of yarn, which is from, it's not, the label's not in here. I don't remember, but I had 3 of them. This is the one for Nicole's daughter, Lexi. I gave her a different colorway because I gave her a different yarn because it's more geared to what she likes. But this one, she's got Pinkie Pie by Yarn Tree UK. And, because she loves My Little Ponies. But we're all got the same pattern in here, which is a secret pattern. I put all the tools necessary minus the crochet hook. And I told them what crochet hook they need. And we're all that's going to be our secret project. But on top of that, my cousin Frankie is a graphic designer, and 41 minutes, I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry, I'm blubbering along. He's a graphic designer, and he works designing logos for businesses, whether it be on t-shirts, pencils, pens, mugs, phone cases, banners, business cards, whatever. That's what he does. And he's made me a few of my shirts that you guys have seen me wear. And so I texted him, I'm like, Frankie, you're coming up in February rather, just before I leave for Stitches. And I would like you to make me 4 shirts. And I gave him the sizes, which you guys don't need to know. But I need him to say this. And one side says Stitches West 2017. And the back says hashtag Blakemore Retreat. Now that's what we're calling it, is Blakemore Retreat, because that's Nicole. You guys all know her. And we're staying at her house, so it's the Blakemore Retreat. And I said, go to town, have fun designing the logo and everything else. He knows one of my favorite movies is Back to the Future, and he knows it's West, so he made it movie-like, and this is what he came up with. Stitches West 2017, and the back says hashtag Blakemore Retreat 2017. So this is actually Nicole's daughter's shirt right now. The 4 of us have the exact same shirt, exact same everything, exact same design, and we're gonna wear that too. So you'll be able to spot us. And people are gonna be jealous, be like, yo, where'd you get that? And I'm like, psh, homemade. Anyway, let's go back to acquisitions. I have 2 bags here from Ann Brody of Silver Shed USA. This is her new size. This is her I forgot what it's called. It's her medium, but it's her new size medium, and she gave it a special name. I want to say medium XL or something like that, or more. I don't remember. I'm sorry, Anne, but I actually love this size, and I'm gonna see if I could start ordering it in this because it's perfect shawl size, and it's a medium, and it's this part of it. I think this is the width is the same size as her 2XL bag, but her. No, excuse me, it's the XL. And it's just, I can't explain it, but I love it. And look at, I chose a heart fabric because I love hearts. Hearts and turtles are my 2 things. And look at the inside fabric. I love this inside fabric too. It's just so festive. And I love it. Then I saw the next day, she did an update. And she had this bag. And I'm like, mine. And she laughs at me every time I do that. And I got it in the 2XL. It's a Starry Night. There's 2 reasons for this. This is my favorite Van Gogh painting. But Doctor Who, which you all know I'm obsessed with because, hello, Crocheting Whovian. did a whole episode on Van Gogh, and Starry Night was part of it with the exploding TARDIS, and that's my other obsession with it. But this is the 2XL size, and the inside is just a plain blue, and it's huge, and I love it. Now, see how huge this bag is? I love it. So there's that. I'm obsessed with Anne's bags. Matter of fact, guys, when I come back from California, I'm going to do a major bag destash. And some of them have never been used. And I can't say they're going to be Silver Shed bags because we all know how obsessed I am with them. But I have some older bags. Some, like I said, have never been used. Some are used so-and-so's. Some, you know, I'm going to stick with the ones that I genuinely use. And it's pretty much Southport Creations drawstrings and Silver Shed USA's. So be on the lookout. Okay, let's go to the yarny goodness. Let's start off with the gift I got. I was having a really bad day because I know my medication's working, but I still have ups and downs. And I was having a really bad day, and the mail came, and my doorbell rang, and I'm like, why are they ringing my bell? I haven't ordered anything. I stopped ordering some stuff because I didn't know if it was going to get here before California. And I got this, and it goes along with the rest of the stuff, and it came with a card, and I am forever grateful for it. But it is Lady Fernicle Creations in the colorway Just Pink, Please. And this goes along with, let me get this. She sent this to me as a gift because I had mentioned in the previous podcast that I needed a third color to make a biddy out of these. So this is going to be my completed biddy. And I cannot wait. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave these out because I'm going to scan them. I'm going to kick them up as soon as while I'm uploading this because I want to start that one. And yeah, so this couldn't have come to me at a better time, and I'm forever grateful. Thank you again, Marlisha. I can't thank you enough. I love it, and I'm gonna get more than one biddy out of that. It's a sport weight yarn, so I'm probably gonna use a D-hook. And since I'm doing the Granny Square fingering weight blanket because I had so many Miss Babs samples, mini skeins, that I'm probably gonna put that in there too. Let's stick with her yarns. She did an update right after her last podcast, right after their last Pen Up and Needles podcast was up, and I kept refreshing because she showed this colorway and I needed it. I'm sorry, guys, I needed it, and I apologize because there was only 2 skeins of it, and I got them both. So it's this one, and the colorway is Pajama Party, and it's 2 different dye lots. I could see how she labeled it. One's dye lot 1 and one's dye lot 2, but I don't care. These both are going to be 2 different toys for me. I haven't really, oh, that made Chewy bark. I haven't really made toys for myself in a very long time. So with that being said, those are going to make a Timmy. I'm sorry. I love Timmys. I haven't decided if they're going to make a Timmy, or in all honesty, I'm kind of leaning towards a cardinal. Her Barry pattern. Is Barry the cardinal? Yeah, because Bastian is the other one. I know cardinals aren't normally that color, but I'm leaning towards that. And I'll tell you why in a second. But then she did they post, we're all, thanks to me, I'm taking full credit for this. Talia, I keep doing this to check how long I've been talking. Talia joined the Plum Deluxe community. I actually sent Andy, I discovered it, and I actually sent Andy her way. And said, listen, I messaged Andy. I was like, I just joined your club. If you're looking for, because they mentioned podcasts. He mentioned a podcast. And I said, well, you know, she was barking. You know, there's a podcast, an awesome podcast. It's a knitting podcast. So I don't know if you're into knitting, but if anybody else is, mention it. And they're tea enthusiasts. And I sent him to the podcast. And from there, he started talking to Talia and things like that. And they connected, and there's a Facebook group for just the Plum Deluxe Tea of the Month group, and Talia had posted in it and showed the yarn that Marlisha Lady Farnico designed specifically from Plum Deluxe. Now, it's based off the Plum Deluxe label, and I totally see it. And when she posted it, I was like, I'm going in and getting it. She only made 2. I had bought one. I was tempted to buy both, but I was like, let's not be greedy, Laura. And I bought it. And this is called Plum Deluxe. It's a sock fingering, and it's 100% BFL, Blue Face Leicester. And it's so soft, but I love it. And I am keeping this for myself. And I know I keep saying that, but lately I've been gifting a lot of my stuff to other people, and this one is definitely going to be for me because it means a lot to me. I'm going to get sappy for 1 second. When I had my low lows a while back, it was very bad, and you guys know it. Look, the one person that kept reaching out to me, well, the 2 people, well, 3, aside from my best friend Nicole, was Marlisha and Talia and Heidi from Undead Yarn. And this means a lot to me because I'm trying to keep everything that Marlisha dyes for myself, because in a sense she kept me grounded when I was not well, and it just made me feel like I wasn't so alone. And I gotta stop because I'm gonna cry. It made me feel like I wasn't so alone, and it helped me. It lifted me up more than I can, describe. And I want to be able to keep the things that I make out of her yarn as a remembrance of that. And I want to look at it and I want to smile and be like, yep, people do care. So with that being said, I'm a cheese ball. I'm sorry. Okay, let's laugh. And yeah, so that's among others that I have purchased that I'm definitely going to make something out of for myself, for me. The biddy is going to be for me, though I'm probably going to get more than one biddy out of that, but one of the biddies out of that kit is going to be for me. The Timmy that I'm making out of the other ones will be for me. And the shawl, I got to find the perfect pattern for it, but the shawl that I'm making out of that yarn is going to be for me. And I explained it. I don't need to explain it anymore. But thank you, Marlisha. Thank you again. Okay. Next up, Heidi had been posting this yarn on Instagram, teasing and teasing and teasing and teasing and teasing. And I'm like, mine. I need that. Well, she finally put it up for sale, and I'm in love. I am in love. And it's called Lavender Mood. I believe it's Mood. And it's 246 yards of 100% superwash merino in her DK base. It's a gradient. Look, oh, it's so gorgeous. It's not doing it justice. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So gorgeous. This is not green. This is like a sky bluish kind of. Oh, I cannot wait to use that. Cannot wait. I haven't decided when I'm going to do this. So back to the gifting patterns. Lara Smoot gifted me her pattern of the Journey to Atlanta shawl. Now, I printed it. It's in my abyss of Stitches West stuff. So I really don't want to go through that. I should have left it here, but I said I printed it out and I'm bringing it to Stitches with me to pick out a perfect yarn for it. The perfect yarn for it, it's meant for a yowza. So there was one yowza that I showed in a group picture on Instagram, which led her to gift me this pattern. And thank you again, Lara. I can't, I had already purchased the yarn that I'm about to show you when she gifted this to me. So the yarn that was in the picture that was all set to do it, and I'm going to make more than one. I actually, when this yarn came in, I said, this is the one. And this is coming to Stitches with me, and it's going to be one of my cast-ons for Stitches. This is Miss Babs, Yowza What a Skein, in the colorway Forbidden Waters. Perfect for the Journey to Atlantis. Perfect. And it's a wild iris, so I'll be the only one. Because they only made one. I was like, yeah. I'm being silly tonight. I'm sorry. And this is it. And this is going to be the Journey to Atlanta show. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to cast it on tonight. I'm going to cast it on tonight because I don't like casting on a plane, and I don't like casting on in front of people because I'm still new, and I use the long tail cast on for everything regardless of what the pattern says, because the only cast on I know how to do is a long tail cast on. Don't judge me. And with that being said, I is done. I've only talked your ear off for about 56 minutes. Let's round it off to an hour. No, I'm kidding. I am done. I want to say hello to Davina because I haven't said hello to her in a while and I miss her. And I want to thank you again for my necklace. I wear it all the time whenever I podcast, but last podcast I didn't have it on because I was rushed into it. So hi Davina. Thank you again for my necklace. I love it. With that being said, I think I'm out. This is the last one before California, and the next podcast I do, episode 33, I believe, will be from California with Nicole, possibly Jenny, if Jenny's up to it, and Lexi. And the four of us are going to sit there and we're going to show you all our projects and all our acquisitions and just have fun. Until then, have fun knitting and crocheting, and I love you all. Mwah. Talk to you soon.